The truth of the matter is that it's very hard to relinquish control. When you're so used to steering your life in a direction or in directions in which you want to see yourself go, such as applying for a new apartment or a house or a new job, and you actually get it, and that feeling of accomplishment and happiness and just the joy of being able to say, I did that, God did that for me. And having that independence and things of that nature. When you don't have a team surrounding you in your life, or you have outgrown family, friends, associates, jobs, and you hold on to those things, what ends up happening is you're stifling your growth. But it's hard to let go of those things, people, places, and things, because they're familiar to you. And growth is very uncomfortable. And again, it circles back around to control. A lot of time, in order to grow, we have to relinquish the control in which we thought we had or we did have in order for the new to come in. And that can be very, very, very difficult, especially when you don't know which direction you're going, especially when you're not used to trusting spirit. You damn sure don't trust other people, especially if you've been through a lot of different things where, people have proven that they weren't trustworthy. When they try to put you in situationships and tempt you to do the old stuff that you used to do, such as falling back into addictions of any kind, alcoholism, the use of drugs, especially if you used to be like a real bad junkie. There was a time in my life that it was so bad for me, I didn't know if I was going to make it the next day. And I didn't care, because all I wanted was that fix, that whatever it was that helped me to cope with the fact that the reality in which I was living in, I just wasn't happy in. When I finally got off of drugs, as far as that's concerned, it's because I was forced to do so by going to jail. When you go to jail, it's cold turkey. And baby, I was in there for a little while because God had to sit me down, or else I was going to lose my motherfucking life. I was going to lose my mind. I was going to lose my child. I had already lost over and over again cars, homes, clothes, just resources, and wasted a lot of precious time. But when I let go and I let the Most High step in, I started to change. What happened is that sometimes you can still fall back to the pressures of replacing one with the other. So instead of doing all that booger sugar and bullshit, I replaced that with alcohol. Then alcohol became a coping mechanism for loneliness, not having a circle around me, not having my family here in the state in which I live, which is Georgia, to not having that support system other than a phone call that I may have gotten, a card, which appreciative of it. And that's all fine and dandy. But while they're all in the same state and they are able to see each other and all that, who the fuck was seeing me? You know? Who was there for me? And what I had that was there for me was someone that I consider a friend, but really he was a frenemy. As long as I was doing what he was doing, or we were doing the same types of things, and I was on a lower vibration, it was all good. Once I started exercising, getting rid of all that craziness, being strong enough to say, hey, I'm not going to get high today. I'm not going to sit up here and drink a whole bottle a day. Or I'm going to drink some wine instead of liquor because I know that this is going to take me to a whole nother level. Once I started to improve myself, got a better paying job, making, thousands of dollars more than what I made in a higher position in a better neighborhoods, that's when I started to see really the mask fall off of the face of the person that I was with. And I was sleeping with the enemy. But I'd rather have been with that enemy than to be alone because I had nobody else. Because I knew nobody else. I didn't have a support system. I didn't have any family here. And my son was not of any kind of age to provide for me anything more than just love and attention. And it was very difficult. Very, very difficult. Now my life is going in a direction that I'm going to be quite honest with you. It's amazing to get up every day and to see it and to see my growth. But it's also very scary because I feel like I have absolutely no control over whatever blessings are coming my way because I really don't know. And it's very scary because the control I thought I had, to be quite honest with you, I don't. Really never did. But what I can say is that the decisions that I can control as far as making wiser decisions, stepping in a different direction, doing something different so that I can get better results, I do have control over that. Letting go of people, places, and things, even if it's hard, even if I backslide sometimes. But to know that the reason why it's better to do that is because it's better for those things to be out of my life so that I can enjoy what's to come, what is meant to be blessed with. So my advice to anybody is when life feels like you're spiraling out of control, sometimes it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Especially if you're on the right side of karma, and nobody is perfect. But put a little bit more faith and trust that the Most High knows what they are doing, even if it ain't easy, because it ain't easy for me. But I have decided I was going to put a little bit more trust into it so that I can receive my blessings. This is a message from me to you. Sending love. It's your girl.